Shot up and in! What a beautiful shot! Well, there's the goal! Cross, shot near post. 6. Raised the shot. Raised another shot. It goes in! On May 29th, these two teams met, and Corktown came away with a 2-1 win over the Nationals. This past Sunday, they made up again and drew 1-1 in a gritty and physical matchup that saw 3 yellow cards, including 1 to the head coach, Skip Mukhtar. 90 minutes, and the UWS Great Lakes Division will have a new champion. Nationals versus Corktown Hawks coming up next on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Michigan is known for its beauty and its history. From the Mackinac Bridge to the Blue Water Bridge, Grand Rapids, and Detroit. It's also known for its grit, its perseverance, and its toughness. Every soccer player's dream is to play for a chance to hoist the trophy at the end of their season.
Puts just one inside the box, right into the mix, and that's going to go in for a goal. Is it in the matches again? And even a heavy ball, but right at the top of the 12, and there's a goal! Believe that was Gaynor that got a peek. Enters the 18. It's a cross. Oh, shot near post. Goes up and in. Inside top of the 6. Race with a shot. Race with another shot, and goes in!
United Women's Soccer Great Lakes Final, live right now, only.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Swinehart Field in Shelby Township, Michigan, for tonight's UWS Great Lakes Division Final between the Nationals and Corktown Hawks, live right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Zambelli, shot save, the lane goes in! Zambelli with the first goal of the evening, coming here in the Steinwasher. A little move from him. Steinwasher pokes it in for goal number 4. Good move by Wen. Up to 6, wide open net for Koscheck, and the shot. Oh my gosh, far post, it goes in. Right back in. And it's going to find the goal. In a diving state. Inside the 18, left footed cross for Steinwasher. Saved by Sal. Good move, shot. It goes in, back in the net. Back in the mixer. Espinosa gets the head on it. Will that go in? And it does! Oh, let's look at this. That might be a good tap. Wow. and welcome back here into Swinehart Field. A great matchup here tonight. This UWS Great Lakes Final is I welcome in here to the press box my broadcast partner, Steve Besk, and special guest here tonight, Rick Larson.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you're welcome. Maybe adjust that mic just a smidge.
I can do that.
Yeah. So welcome here into this Great Lakes Final, and we're excited. We've had a chance to call these teams now twice this season. This is the third time we've seen them. Music. The third time we've seen them this season. And it's been exciting. The first time it was 2-0. 2-1 back on the 29th, and then 1-1 here. 1-1 here on Sunday, this past Sunday. It's been a competitive year for these two teams. We have first versus second place, Steve, and a lot here to fight for.
Yeah, and I think the Nationals can take from that 1-1 draw a bit of confidence to know, A, they've scored on this team twice, and B, know that they can hang with them from a physicality standpoint and a technical standpoint. We know that the talent is out there on the field. It's whether they can put it together for 90 minutes and find a way to get a result tonight.
Well, that it is. Last night the CORKTOWN, the Hawks, the Flint City Hawks faced off in Flint for the Milk Cup Championship. A number of players competed in that game last night. Me and Rick were on that call. We're going to see a number of them here playing in this matchup today. Coming into this one, defense has been the theme for the CORKTOWN Hawks. They've only conceded this season 5 goals. They conceded 3 on Tuesday against Jaguars in a game that really didn't mean much. But up until that point, only allowed 2 goals. Both those goals coming from the Nationals this season.
Yeah, and I think that provides confidence for them, but then also from the CORKTOWN standpoint, they've been good defensively all year, and they've got good goalkeeping, a good solid back line. When we talked to Coach Skip Mukhtar last week, he talked about that cohesion between that back line, in which allows them to play freely moving forward because they have that such confidence in their back line.
That it is. And Rick, as a coach and someone who's been in a playoff game before many times, what would you be telling your players tonight if this was your squad to go out there and get the hardware?
Well, I think I'd look at the score line from last night, and CORKTOWN gave away 5 goals, and I think that leaves them susceptible. And I think that in this league where it's really competitive and hard to score, I think that that they're going to be able to create their chances tonight, and hopefully they can capitalize on them.
No question about that. As I mentioned, the Nationals finished in second place here on the season. CORKTOWN finished in first place overall. 6-0-1 was the CORKTOWN Hawks. 28 goals for, 5 against. Not a bad goal differential for them. But the Nationals 5-1-2, 34 goals for, and 8 against. So very similar teams offensively and defensively, and we expect a good battle here tonight. As you get looking on your screen, you can see the final standings for this UWS season. CORKTOWN in that first place, Nationals second, the Jaguars finished in third, Cap City and Muskegon Risers finished out in the bottom half. And that's where this season ended. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll talk starting lineups. We'll have international walk-on, national anthem, and the first half of this UWS final. You're watching UWS Great Lakes Final right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. The Michigan Soccer Network covers all levels of soccer from youth, high school, college, and professional throughout the state of Michigan. Blatch has a shot low, and he makes the goal. What a shot there, low, near post, under the arms of best. Our mission here at the Michigan Soccer Network is to bring your event to life. Full commentary, multi-camera options are available, and we are here to make the game of soccer in Michigan that much better. Good ball off his chest, down, save again by Heisch. What a he still has it, top of the 18, shot coming, and it's a goal. They have it as the cross comes in. Akshin gets a touch, gets the first goal. He makes up for it from the first one in the first half. That offside's call, and there's the first goal in club history. Learn more, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com today.
Their first ball. Their first uniform. Their first number. Their first teammate. Their first goal. Their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Move by Wen. Up to 6. Wide open net for Hawks. Espinosa gets the head on it. Will that go in? And it does! Shot. And that goes off the post and in. Oh, let's look at this. Look at this. That might be a good one. That's the goal week. Wow. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75. Velasquez, shot, and that goes off the post and in! Oh, good move by Wen. Puck to 6, wide open net for Hawks, Jack, and that's goal number 2. How wide is the Hawks? Inside the 18, that's pretty cross. Steinwatch, saved by Sally.
We like to do it before we go out on the weekend.
We do.
We do it every week.
Whether we need to or not.
We did it today.
It was really dirty.
My parents do it every day.
Hey, kiddo! Do it every day with the Unlimited Club, only at Jack's Car Wash. Protect your car from the hot summer sun, dust, dirt, and contaminants all summer long with the Jack's Unlimited Club.
Join today, starting at just $24.99 a month.
Welcome back here into Swinehart Field in Shelby Township, Michigan for this UWS final, Great Lakes Division final, championship game. Hardware on the line for these two teams as they've faced off not once, not twice. This will be the 3rd time this season. And the thing I would say, Steve, is we start talking about this game and talking about these two teams. The Corktown Hawks have had the number of the Nationals Rebels for the last number of years.
Yeah, and they've had their number, and I'm sure that's something that they can rely on going into this game, is playing with some confidence, especially after that last outing where they did tie. The Nationals created chances, Corktown has created chances. Both teams in both matchups we've seen this year create lots of chances. The difference coming into who's more clinical in that attacking third, and so far, more times than not, it's Corktown who is more clinical in those attacking areas. And when it comes down to a championship game where, everything is, looked at and observed such more tightly, every mistake is maximized. You have to be clinical when necessary. So Corktown will try to rely on that. And for the Nationals, they're going to try to build off what they had the last time out, and knowing that they can play with them, they can get a result. And, if a tie after 90 minutes means they get to play a little bit longer, then so be it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, psychologically, I've talked about this quite a few times during the season, not just with the Nationals, but with other teams. When you have a consistent basis where you're losing to a team and not having the success on the field, that will play on the minds of the personnel on this field. It's almost like the Detroit Lions, right? They have that history of not being successful. That wears on a team. And Rick, I'm not saying that is a major factor, but it can be a factor in whether or not a team can perform in a game like tonight.
Yeah, it can be. I think sometimes we put too much into those things. This is a game where they're really playing for something, and I think the fact that the Nationals get another opportunity to try to beat Corktown, I think that really means a lot to them, and I think you're going to see that in their performance tonight.
I completely agree with you as we're looking now to watch the players line up here for the international walk-on. Steve, while we're waiting for the walk-on, let's take a look at the starting 11 here for the Corktown Hawks.
Yeah, starting for Corktown tonight in goal, Micaiah Lipsy. Also starting number 25, Mary Karolak. Number 4, Lexi Smith. Number 16, Taylor Steinagel. Number 17, Grace Menser. Number 7, Brianna Harsh. Number 15, Kaylee Shannon. Number 10, Isabel Gattino. Number 12, Abby Worthman. Number 11, Olivia Thomas. And number 20, Alexis Lipsy.
And for the Nationals.
And for the Nationals, starting in goal, Jessica Koji. Starting in the defense, number 13, Olivia Watson. Number 18, Sissy Novak. Number 17, Caitlin O'Malley. Number 6, Anna Karam. Number 12, Cecilia Steinwasser. Number 7, Sydney Longo. Number 14, Caitlin Cahill. Number 8, Sophia Nguyen. Number 3, Maria Kashok. And number 9, Jenna Blackburn.
As you can see now, the international walk-on. Both these teams getting ready for this matchup. The Hawks won last year in the UWS 2 season. There's no playoffs in UWS 2, but in the UWS 1, the top 2 teams play in this final. The winner will go on to play in the Midwest Division winner in Chicago on Saturday.
Yeah, and I think both teams will come out tonight prepared to do battle. We saw it the last couple times out. They've been a very physical games. They've been exciting end-to-end action with open opportunities, and I expect nothing but more of that here tonight, John.
So we hear the public address announcer here at the stadium announcing the players' names and information. Want to, again, go through some of the stats here on the season. Nationals in that second place, 17 points, 5-1-2 overall with 34 goals, 8 goals against, plus 26 in the goal differential. Is you look at the Corktown Hawks finishing in first place, 6-0-1, 28 goals for, 5 goals against for a plus 23. We talked about in the opener, the strong back line goalkeeping has been their strength this season for the Corktown Hawks. And we talked with Skip Mukhtar on MSN Weekly here last week. He talked about how solid the goalkeeping has been for them. And in a championship game, that's where you want the best of your goalkeeper and your defense in a game like this tonight, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think both sides will rely on their goalkeepers and back lines to be very pivotal points tonight because the attacks from both sides can be very dangerous. We saw how Corktown can attack through the likes of whether it's Olivia Thomas or Alexis Lipsy up top, but then the Nationals as well, creating through Sophia Nguyen or Jenna Blackburn can be dangerous as well. So those defensive units will be tested tonight. The goalkeepers will be tested as well, and we'll see if they can come up with those big timely saves.
No question about that. We are just finishing up the announcements, and now we're going to hear the national anthem, maybe the Pledge of Allegiance as well. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem, not the Pledge of Allegiance. There was announced. I figured we might actually get that. Oh, there it is.
I would have appreciated that.
There it is. Oh boy. Nothing surprises us anymore here. We've talked about it over and over again on the Michigan Soccer Network, but loving the public address that comes out and says, nope, I don't ever want to do that ever again.
It's not as easy as it looks sometimes, having to announce things right on the spot. You don't get a redo. We don't get a second take.
No, you do not. As we're seeing now the captains there at the center of the park. Do you know where our officials are today?
Yeah, our officials tonight. Our head center referee is Nicole Green. Our assistant referees, Rob Ruda and Kira Vandenbunken. And our fourth official tonight is Brett Wilner.
It's a good crew.
Good crew tonight. Nice little overcast, cloudy night, so not too hot. Nice little breeze rolling in, and should be a good one tonight here. What's your prediction, John?
That's a tough question to ask. Tonight's tough. You know, we've seen Corktown now 3 times. We've seen the Nationals probably 9 or 10. If the Nationals can stay organized and find a way to weather the storm, so to speak, they have a chance here, to win this game. But my gut says I'm going to go with the Corktown Hawks tonight, 2-1.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've seen how Corktown can score goals in bunches, and that'll be a big thing tonight. If Nationals do concede, is they got to try to maintain the defensive continuity and not allow any more. I'm going to go 3-1 to Corktown.
Oh, 3-1. Okay.
Rick, any predictions tonight?
I don't think I've seen both teams enough, but I do think that Corktown really came out strong in the second half yesterday and could have had an opportunity to score some goals, and they just didn't capitalize on their chances. So if they can keep Thomas or get Thomas involved in the game, they're very, very dangerous.
Yeah, I agree completely, because they do have such attacking power that it can make life very difficult for back lines and goalkeepers.
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah. Here we go.
Are underway here.
Oh, man, you give this guy a new gizmo and gadget, and next thing you know, we're hitting wrong buttons, and just glad you can't make those custom drops. Not yet, at least.
No, you're right. You're right. That's my apologies. You're right. This ball go all the way back. Maya Bellamo.
Jessica Koji.
So Jessica, I apologize. Jessica.
Were you not listening when I did the lineups here, John?
I was not, clearly. As the ball goes out of touch. It's the first time we've called her name this season.
This is. And we talk about with the fluidity of these rosters and players playing in multiple games and having other responsibilities like jobs in life. Sometimes we do have substitutions in here to our normal starting 11, but I'm sure she will provide excellent play in the back for the Nationals tonight.
That I would agree with you on. The Corktown Hawks are wearing all new black kits tonight, and once again, the designer picked really awful numbers in the back with colors, so we can't see them.
It's okay.
Yeah, I absolutely have no chance to see what numbers those are. The half and half numbers they had last night were difficult. These ones are.
Yeah, they had like
impossible.
white with yellow, they were like a blue. It was a faded blue.
Blue with faded white at the top on top of white jerseys.
That's why I got these handy dandy binoculars.
I do have a pair. They're still in my bag. It's now ball shifted out wide. It's Abby Worthman playing left back tonight.
Showing a little bit of versatility from Abby Worthman today.
Lipsy here now inside the 18. Deflection almost goes in.
Yeah, had an early opportunity here. Just as we talked about Corktown creating opportunities and their ability to create. Alexis Lipsy gets in past the defender to the left, tries to get a cross in, gets a block, and earns her team the first corner of the game.
Ball comes in the mix. It's going to go out and stay out, so not really in the mix at all.
No, and I'm sure she'll be disappointed that with that corner kick, not even giving her team a chance there, putting it directly out of bounds. But early opportunity, and I'm sure plenty more to come, but early first opportunity a waste here for Corktown.
Steve, I bought some spy glasses myself earlier this week.
We're going to see a fire over there again?
I think we will, yeah. It's our third time out here, right? Koscheck.
Really nice turn.
Back into Koscheck.
Another really good turn.
That's Nguyen. She's a dangerous player. Very technically sound. There's Longo. Out wide to Koscheck. Ball goes in. That's an easy one for Lipsy all day.
Yeah, not going to challenge Lipsy from that kind of distance there. Obviously, I think she was trying to put a cross in, just didn't get it far enough out. A little bit too close to the goalkeeper.
Catino. Thomas. Saw her last night.
There's her first go. Looking explosive again.
Very explosive. Out wide to Worthman.
Abby can score.
Little battle there. It's a shot, and that's going to go wide.
Nothing too challenging there. Shot from distance, but the Nationals definitely want to try to clean this up here and not let Corktown get so many early opportunities here. Is the more opportunities you give Corktown, the more likely they are going to find that back of the net.
You don't want to give any team an early opportunity in a championship game as we're in the 5th minute. Longo. She was the player of the game.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Last Sunday against the Hawks.
That she was.
Referee's going to call foul there.
Yeah, first set piece here now for the Hawks. It's going to be a little bit of a dangerous distance here, just inside 30 yards out. I expect this to be played into that area between the penalty spot and the 6. A little too wide maybe for a shot on goal, but going to have to be strong defensively here.
Looks like it's going to be an in-swinger.
This is Lacey Smith taking this kick. All right, inside the 6. A little flick on that from the defender, number 18 for the Nationals.
Sissy Novak with the clearance. Earns Corktown the second corner of the game.
Free kick did a good job of forcing the defender to make a decision there, and she had to just flick it away.
So Worthman puts this one in far post. And then Sophie Nguyen now goes out of touch, last off of her.
John, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but
great defending on Thomas there. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're okay. It's a couple of the early opportunities here for Corktown. The goalkeeper for the Nationals, that's Koji. A couple times I've seen her get caught almost hugging her post in preparation for a shot or a ball in. I'm not sure if maybe that's just the way and her style of play, but we'll see if it's something that Corktown will try to take advantage of, because if she's going to hug those posts on some of these opportunities in that long, Corktown's going to find the back of the net easily, because they have those talented players that can bend the ball to that back post. And if she tries to cheat too much on that near post side, it may be a long day for her.
I agree with you.
We got some roster help we need.
No, I got it.
I got it.
I was looking because I
thought we had a UFO again.
Well, I saw 14, but on our sheet that I had earlier, it didn't match up. So I found it out. It was KK Hill. We're good. So Novak will put this back in for the Nationals. Looking for Jenna Blackburn. Smith.
Good pace from Alexis Lipsy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Koscheck will chase her down. This will go in right to Koji. Thomas almost got there. Koji's able to wrap it up.
Bad giveaway there.
Yeah, risky pass.
That's unusual from Anna Karam. She's not normally one to give it away like that. As Cahill drops down looking for Blackburn, and it'll all go back.
Tough for either
Lipsy.
team to get into a rhythm here.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers in the midfield between the 40s right now. Sometimes some unfortunate one-touch passing, just giving it away too quickly.
Well, Worthman will look to bring this up. Looking to go over for Thomas, and that's Sissy Novak that gets a piece of it. Sorry, Madeline Novak. I was going to say, it looked like a foul possibly there. That was Steinwasser that went down. Foul called.
Yeah, and early on here, Corktown maybe had a few of the chances, but so far Nationals have been tight enough defensively so far, not allowing any direct shots on frame, but now they've got to start to build the play themselves, break some lines, and start to get on the attack as well, because the best defense to face against Corktown is to force them to defend, have them to waste energy to win the ball back themselves.
Foul called.
Yeah, just a slight little push in the back. Corktown looks to play quick. They can be dangerous off these quick restarts.
That they can is Lipsy.
See how she's hugging the post there?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Interesting.
If she gets, I mean, I know she wants to cut off an angle, but she's cutting all of it off.
Yeah, when you brought that up earlier, I was wondering if maybe she knew something we didn't.
Right. I was thinking maybe it was just
away offside. Well, should be. It's got to be.
Yeah, no, that one, no doubter. Yeah, and sometimes when a player's breaking in on a deep side and beats the defender to the outside, I can understand sometimes hugging that post to know where you're at to make sure you can only go out and take away the cross. But if you're going to give up a shot from distance from the outside and you're too close, any of these attackers from Corktown will be able to bend a ball to the back post.
A good win there by Koschuk as Blackburn will come over, but Smith puts it up. Krom can't control that. Is now Lipsy. It's going to go off Lipsy and out for a goal kick. We actually, I have seen that before because we actually have seen Koji this season. And we've seen that when you hug the post. I think we started against the Jaguars. I wasn't in town, but she was hugging that post, and because of that far post shot went in. She just couldn't get enough energy behind it just to stop that that ball from going in far post. So it's now Longo will knock this back to Watson.
Great first touch by Watson to cut off the defender there.
And then a giveaway. Oh, that's a foul.
Fans don't like it, but that one's going to get called most every time.
That it will.
4th of July still going on. We got fireworks again, John.
I think it was a firework.
Let's hope so.
We should have done the Pledge of Allegiance.
It's a shot from distance. It goes through the field goal upright. Good for 3.
Nationals have done a good job of sinking back into their box and making it really difficult to penetrate in there. They forced 2 long shots that really have been not caused a lot of stress.
Yeah, and I think Coach Rob Brinkman, going to lean on the experience and what he's taken on the last 2 times out, and realizing, they do have the talent to hang with them. They just have to play their game.
And here comes Nguyen, and again, if anyone can change the game, she can. This ball. Koschuk. Back to Nguyen. She goes down. That might be a foul, and it is.
Yeah, that's good work from Sophia Nguyen. She's a dangerous player. We know she can take players 1v1. Her technical skill is above average, to say the least. And here, her hard work wins her team a free kick in a pretty dangerous situation, almost like a short corner.
She did a great job unbalancing the defender there and forcing her to foul her before she got a cross off. That was impressive.
We see it all the time, and sometimes we talk about the defenders reaching out, but she did a good job to set that defender up.
Oh, yeah. She knows what she's doing there.
Blackburn right on Lipsy. Save by Lipsy, a diving save from a direct shot from Maria Koschuk.
Good shot, good reaction save from Micaiah Lipsy. We've seen her make some big saves this season. Coming up big here again, keep this thing knotted up at 0-0.
And you saw Jenny Blackburn just hanging out right in front of her before that shot was taken.
Yeah, trying to hunt down a loose ball rebound, just couldn't get on the end of it. But a good early opportunity for the Nationals, and that'll give them confidence moving forward here through the rest of this first half.
Steinwasser knocks this back to Karam. They look to build, find some continued pressure here.
Really, really tricky from number 7 there. Longo, that was excellent.
Yeah, it's good recognition there from her to understand that she knows the defender is going to be going a million miles an hour to try to come in, and all it takes sometimes is just a little feint, a head fake or a slight movement to get her to commit. She opens up that space for herself.
Thomas. If you can get her out in the open field, she's got enough speed to beat everybody.
Yeah, we saw her last time out create several chances up this right side with her speed and her good control. She was able to score an upper 90 near post shot on Maya Bellamo that I'll tell you what, I don't think there's many female goalkeepers out there. Any goalkeeper that would make that save, it was an absolute rocket. So limiting her and her chances up those flanks will be crucial tonight for the Nationals.
It's Cahill. The ball drops to Longo. She got Nguyen out wide, finds her. Now Nguyen slows things up a little bit and then gets inside the 18. Brings it back. Was looking for Longo again and then broken up, cleared out.
Yeah, Sydney Longo just didn't get there enough time to get into a good space to make a pass. Sophia Nguyen just had to do a little bit too much there with no support and no help from her teammates. And, if you don't have that extra hand, it's going to be very, very difficult to get out of those situations when she's going against 1v2, 1v3.
Watson looks to put this into the box. Worthman gets a head on it as Koschuk will now chase this down on this near side.
That's a little foreshadowing from Wynn here. She's starting to heat up a little bit, and I'm interested to see what real impact she's going to have on this game because she looks like she can really get some things done in the attack.
Couldn't agree more, Rick. John and I all season, every time she gets the ball, you have to pay attention because she can beat anybody one-on-one, and she can beat 3 or 4 defenders on her way going into goal.
Yeah, the fact that she was just completely unmarked there is an interesting tactic from Corktown.
Well, out wide here to Koschuk. Down by the end line, into the 6, and then cleared out by Lexi Smith. First corner of the evening for the Nationals.
Good work from Koschuk up this right side to drive in, try to get the cross up into her teammate. Goes out for a corner kick, but wins her team another dangerous opportunity.
Nationals have kind of turned the tide here in terms of field position and territory.
Ball comes in, driven ball. Steinwasser is there for the Nationals, and now Olivia Thomas, and there's that speed we're talking about. Good win by Olivia Watson to shut that down. We talked about this yesterday in our broadcast up in Flint, Rick, about the transitional play and what you have to do in that counterattack is defensively is hey, kill the ball, get it out, slow things down so your team can get back. It's a good example of that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You let those players get loose. Even numbers down, as long as they're going fast and there's a lot of space, they can be very, very dangerous.
Oh, ball out wide here to Lipsy.
Here comes Thomas again.
That is Thomas. You're right. They switch sides. Thomas cuts it in. Karan, a little poke, and then Steinwasser comes over and clears it out.
Important intervention there.
Yeah, absolutely. Looked like Corktown was going to play a possession game there inside the box, and if give the Nationals defense credit there for a good poke away.
Smith looks to put this. That's to Lipsy. We knocked out and goes out for a corner.
I didn't see the touch from here, but they were right on top of it. And another opportunity for Corktown, third corner of the game. Almost 20 minutes in here. Nationals have done a good job of bouncing back. Like you were saying, Rick, after that maybe first 5-7 minutes, they've kind of controlled the last 10 or so.
Yeah, now the table's tilted again, and now Corktown's down here with a couple opportunities. 2 hands up probably means far post.
Ball goes long and over everyone.
It's twice already Corktown has wasted 2 corner kicks, one that immediately went out of bounds. This one goes long out of bounds. They love to create those opportunities, but when you put them to waste, and Rick, I'm sure as a coach, it's got to be frustrating. At least give your guys a chance. You put it in the mix, the guy puts a head over the top, so be it, a shot goes wide. But when you don't even give your team a chance, that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, statistically speaking, corner kicks don't result in a lot of goals, but they do create a lot of pressure on the defense and a lot of stress and a lot of uncertainty in the moment for sure, because one good header, one good service, and then you're picking the ball to the back of your own net.
This ball, that goes into Koji. A moment ago we saw this ball being played, I believe it was from Sissy Novak, into Karam. She barely was able to get a foot on, but she was able to keep that on the pitch and then still be able to maintain possession for the Nationals. Good individual effort from her.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to play from the back and trying to keep the ball and unsettle the Corktown forwards. I think that's a really good plan.
As Wynn now picks this up on that far side. Longo gets tied up, and now Steinwasser. Good vision to knock it here to Karam on this near side. That's a giveaway. It's misread.
Crowded, gaps were closing, ball was under hit. Really difficult to complete those passes.
It's like a Joey Harrington pass.
Yeah. That's
you can do it, man. You go ahead. There you go. He can still play the piano very well.
I'll tell you what, I did not expect a Joey Harrington drop to come out during any UWS
all
game
all
all year.
the things that he did for us here in Detroit, I did not know that he was a pianist.
Yes.
Amazing.
He was.
Yeah, well,
he was.
The only time he played on Monday Night Football was during a piano session. Oh, man.
Joey Harrington. Stick to food.
He was great, by the way, in Madden.
I think he was great in college, too.
Yeah, Worth wins. Goes Gatina.
Ooh, a little lack of communication there from Corktown.
Yeah, it's not often you see two defenders there going up for the same ball, especially with no pressure on them.
Yeah, they played a bunch of games together, I'm sure, and to not get that one sorted out could have been costly.
It was Harris knocking it out wide to Thomas. Too much pace on that. Out for a goal kick. 22nd minute, 0-0 is the score. So far, kind of what we expected. Both teams kind of filling each other out. Playing conservative at times. In some instances, you're seeing a counterattack, but not seeing too much aggressive play here from either side in this game.
Yeah, lines aren't getting broken yet too much. Game isn't getting stretched. Staying compact, you can see the game staying within a 30, 40-yard area throughout this first half. But
Blackburn, out comes Micaiah Lipsy.
There's been a few chances, some break-in, some crosses in, but nothing too dangerous, nothing to test either goalkeeper so far. And I'm sure tactically both teams are trying to find those weaknesses and find those holes.
Brandon Harsh looking for Thomas.
Yeah, I think they're both trying to figure out how to break through those back lines, and it's looks like it's not going to be easy tonight.
Oh, and both you have to give credit to both back lines. The Nationals, we've seen them forcing Corktown wide, really forcing those wide shots or crosses so that they aren't getting anything in front of the face of goal. And same thing from Corktown's defensive side, forcing the Nationals out wide, really limiting what they can build through the middle of the park.
Yeah, both groups are doing a good job of staying connected to each other and dropping off at the right times. We just had the one offside on the Nationals at midfield where they tried to break behind and showed a coordinated effort by Corktown.
Why is it that every number seems like on the Corktown Hawks' jerseys, it looks like it's a different number?
Well, because they picked a really cool font when you're standing 6 inches away.
Yeah, I guess.
So, but when you're in a press box, it just doesn't look that good.
We don't have a spotter in the press box. Even though there are 4 of us today, which is kind of nice.
We are our own spotters.
That's right. Ball be played all the way back to Micaiah Lipsy. Had a phenomenal save here the best chance of the night for either side off that shot from Maria Koschuk. Again, they have not conceded a lot of goals this season, only 5 in total. Is this ball over the top? It's cut in, and it's put in right there, and Koji's able to come up with it.
Nationals did a good job there again of sinking after the ball got in behind their line and keeping Corktown in front of them and forcing a long shot.
I think Coach Rob Brinkman will be happy to have those shots from distance all day, knowing that it's going to take a lot to beat his goalkeeper from there. And if they can limit shots from distance, they'll find themselves in a good spot here at the end of 90.
Lipsy, good ball out wide there to Thomas. So Watson comes over to defend. Gets by Watson. Top of the 18, shot blocked.
Really important block there.
It was blocked by Karam. And now out for a throw-in.
And defensively, the Nationals coming together, doing everything they can, laying out, making sure they get the block, and keeping Corktown off the board.
Karam did a great job coming all the way in there from her right back position and getting in front of the goal there and helping the goalkeeper out.
Now Koschuk bringing this up.
Some contact away from the ball there.
Yeah, referee saw it right away. Koschuk, I think, a little bit of frustration there. She didn't really have any teammates to join her, gives the ball away, and then kind of gives a little bit of extra into the Corktown player and earns herself a foul.
Guess that's one way to shut down the counterattack.
Yeah, you can slow it down. You can definitely slow it down that way.
I like this number 7 for Corktown.
Brianna Harsh. Ball put in for Thomas and cleared up by Sissy Novak.
Wynn trying to do her thing over there.
So a player gives effort all over the pitch, whether it's offensively or defensively. Shows her versatility in tracking back, even though she's more of an attacking player. Showing her defensive responsibilities as well.
Jenny Blackburn. Ball just goes out of touch. See our camera on the field level there. Multiple cameras here today. It's Worthman. Puts us inside the box. It's headed again by Novak. That's a misplay there on that far side. If you're just joining us, 0-0 is the score, 27th minute. Alongside my broadcast partners, Steve Besk, Rick Larson, I'm Jonathan Turner. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash the like button, as Grant Harrison always says. Smash that like button. Hit the bell. That way you're notified every time we go live or add new content. Your subscribership means all the world to us here at the Michigan Soccer Network, including Sam Fisher.
I never knew what that bell meant.
Now you do. The more you know.
Yeah, see, I'm always willing to learn.
It's a notification bell. That way when we go live, you get notified.
Okay.
This Koscheck finds Steinwasser. Good ball. Sometimes you want to put square balls in the middle of the park, but that was a good ball.
Yeah, you got to have trust in your teammates to know that you can play those balls with confidence to get out of those, and she did have that in her teammate there.
There was a hopeful ball, just kicked into the air.
Hopeful's a great word for it.
Longo came up, good tackle.
Yeah, I think she's going to bring it back foul before the tackle first, from Longo. Yeah, because
Karolak
looked like Longo had made a real clean tackle there, but clearly we must have had a foul before.
Nationals done a great job of getting in behind the ball and making sure that they can't get in the box, but I'm a little concerned with these their ability to have free service from these wide areas. They're going to have to get somebody
look at
out.
This. Low shot blocked. Karam. That got by Koji, and Karam is able to get a foot on that and drive it out for a corner and not an own goal. I mean, the way she was faced there.
Yeah, ridiculous for her to be there in that position, to get a leg on it, to keep it out of the back of the net, and also to clear it over the end line, but out for a corner and not end up in the back of the net.
Near post, I think, here.
Ball comes in near post. Koji comes up with it. And all that traffic. That was the best corner of the night for the Corktown Hawks.
Koji did a great job.
First one that stay in play. So, there it is.
Uh-oh.
New technology at its finest.
Drew Lane, eat your heart out.
Right.
It's Smith.
Excellent
for
composure
Thomas.
from Smith, but her pass is a little bit loose there.
Karam playing right back and
Well
goalkeeper
played by
tonight.
the Nationals there.
She's gotten hit from the ball in front of the net, and she poked one off the line. As Blackburn by Smith. Shot, far post, just up and over. What a good look that was.
Best chance of the night.
Yeah, great look from Jenna Blackburn, showing her speed, her explosion through and past the defenders through that back line. She creates enough space to get her shot off, tries to go up and over Micaiah Lipsy to the back bar and just puts it over top. But probably the best effort of the night from either side.
I agree. Excellent chance from the
Including
Nationals.
that direct shot that Maria Koshuk had.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a real good break there from Blackburn. Good opportunity. I think she puts that on frame and forces a save. It might be 1-0.
Thomas makes a turn, left-footed shot. Koji's able to stop it, and the rebound stays right in front of her.
From one chance to the next.
And action, we see sometimes these games can start to open up in a hurry, and sometimes all it takes is that one or two opportunities where you can start to see these lines get stretched. And as you know, when those lines starts to get stretched and the game starts to get stretched, those opportunities can come quick and fast.
Yeah, Jonathan, like you mentioned last night, you guys used to count down and how fast you could get a shot off. That had to happen within 12 seconds of the other shot.
That it was. This Koshuk now on this near side. Worthman there to defend. Ball comes in, a good ball, just too much pace on it as it goes out now for a throw-in.
Yeah, good ball there from Koshuk. Didn't find her teammate Caitlin Kaler on the end of it, but it was rightly placed, just kind of between that penalty spot and 6 to give her teammate a chance, far enough away from the goalkeeper to force her to stay back, but just couldn't find the teammate on the other end.
Yeah, I think it had all the elements. It had the right height, had the right spin, had the right pace, had the right location. There just was nobody there to tuck it away.
And the Nationals are having to defend so much that when they are breaking forward, they really have to get players to join the attack to give them more options, because if they're going to stay back, it's going to be difficult to have to go 1v3 or 2v4 every other time, attacking into numbers.
Yeah, I think that's a result of attacking in transition all the time, is you just don't have a lot of support. You don't have a lot of support certainly in front of the ball either.
Ball pops up, and Olivia Thomas able to collect this, and there's her speed.
This is where Thomas is most dangerous.
Yeah, just got to get her. If you get into open space, you can. Now Worthman finds Thomas. Touch will do you in as it comes across and almost went through Koji's legs.
Yeah, she went for a kick save, almost megged her, but the ball stays between her legs. She falls down upon it and keeps this game scoreless.
I think she got caught leaning there a little bit, and she was forced to make a foot save, and fortunately stuck between her feet.
Throwing coming on that far side.
Makes a lot more sense.
It does. It does.
I mean, situations are they might, sometimes players have to play out of position. So,
yes, they do.
Got to help the team any way you can.
Well, we were talking about this, we didn't talk about it in the air, but we were talking about kind of as part of like the last night I had a chance to go out to dinner after that game and talk with some of the coaches and talking about how all the colleges now and how demanding college is and how players are coming back so early. Maya Belmo, she might have been called back to go to school or for whatever reason, these players are being pulled back into their school programs in the big first part of July when it used to be August.
Yeah, it's, conditioning periods and captains' practices and those things, and especially, different programs run different schedules, but it's definitely something can happen. And as the amount of games these girls are playing and training, they pick up injuries, other things come up. as we don't, we're not as familiar always with the players and maybe, where they normally play or where they play at. But we were informed that, that the goalkeeper for the Nationals tonight is usually a midfielder. He's not necessarily always a goalkeeper, but she's doing her part tonight and doing what's best for the team. And, sometimes that's just what has to happen.
It's a giveaway. It's Harsh. Picks this up. Kasha comes over. Harsh pokes one far post. It's going to go in. That was Lipsy with the goal off that rebound from Koji, and Corktown Hawks go up 1-0.
Yeah, and good work there from Koji, honestly, to make the save. She got across, got a hand down. Her defender just couldn't get there. Ceci Novak couldn't get there just in the nick of time to clear it away before Alexis Lipsy could knock it into the back of the net. But good on Corktown, providing a lot of pressure here, and they finally crack through and get the first goal of the game.
Yeah, Koji was a little hard done there. I don't think the cross was great. She did a good job of coming out and trying to get both hands to it, but she just couldn't keep it corralled, and it got loose, and Corktown tucked it home.
So we talked about this last night about the assist, right? So the goalkeeper makes a save.
Yep.
Do we give the assist to
You
Harsh?
already know me.
I hate these things.
That's an assist for me.
Because,
we talked with the scorekeeper last night, the official scorekeeper. He said, what was the intent? The intent was the shot, so therefore that is a save, and then it would go unassisted.
But I think the intent was a cross.
Oh.
She tried to poke it across. Goalkeeper intervened, spilled it out in front.
Yeah, and
attacking player tacked it in.
I see both sides of it. If a goalkeeper doesn't have a clean save and it's a rebound, when the intent is usually coming from a side for a cross, I feel like you give it, but usually I'm out there just blowing the whistle, never worrying about who gets the assist.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm worried about how many fans that we get at a game and what the statistical values look like, and if we can add more tick marks to the box, then maybe more people are interested in the game.
Yeah, it's true.
It's all fair.
Yep.
I will give the assist to number 7, Brianna Harsh. She received that ball off the giveaway, and then the subsequent cross that was saved.
Yeah, sometimes you don't think the new guy's a contributor, but I've turned the tide for you.
It's been a great contributor tonight.
Well, you're saying about the colleges calling players in a little bit earlier. I think it's also a reflection of the budget money that's committed to the college programs now for players to come in earlier for meals and put them in dorms or their housing or whatever it is. So I think it's a really good thing that the schools are looking after the players for longer time periods.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's huge when you have, especially some of these players need that direction and need that guidance at that point to make sure they're doing the right things and staying in shape and not doing the things they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, I think 20 years ago you just leave it to the player to figure out if they were going to get fit or not.
Right.
And then now you can bring them in and you can do it the right way and make sure the athletic training staff is monitoring output and physical load and frequency and all those things.
As Thomas will pick this up. Koscheck there's Thomas inside the 18 shot far post. It's going to go well wide. The Nationals have been here before. They've been down before. They were down last Sunday 1-0 after a 9th-minute goal from Olivia Thomas. Scored in the 60th minute to tie that up. That came off of Natalie Race. She came in as a substitute. So they've been here before. They've been down before. They were down 2-0 back on the 29th. They got one back in the 90th minute. More of a, an exclamation point, so to speak, to a game that they didn't really play that well in.
Yeah, and we talked about in the open that Corktown can be dangerous in bunches and can find a way to put a 0-0 game to a 3 or 4-0 game in just a matter of minutes. So, got to be tight defensively, and despite giving up the one goal, you got to put your head down, keep battling, and keep fighting defensively because you can't afford to give up a second goal right away and give your team a chance to tie this thing back up.
Looking for Cahill was Steinwash, but that's broken up as Karolak finds Lipsy. I think that was intended for Gattino. So they go up and over for Cahill. Ball back to Lipsy, out to Smith. 38th minute. First goal of the game coming just a few moments ago is now Thomas.
On Thomas there, you'd probably be better off staying goal side instead of trying to intercept and not getting it, because if she gets loose behind you like she did there, it's trouble.
I mean, yeah, she just took 30 yards of space in a matter of a few touches just because, like to your point, let her go inside instead of forcing her out wide.
Good ball, far post. It's going to go out.
Yeah, they got the soft spots in the defense there in the wide areas, maybe 30 yards from goal.
Well, we talked about this too, about the crosses, right? And right now what we're seeing is a lot of width play. Balls being, coming down to the end line and putting them across, creating some of that moments, those chaotic moments where a lot of things can happen. We've seen that right now a lot more often here from the Hawks in these last 10 minutes or so. But coming in from the width and then now driving diagonal balls across the top of the box.
Yeah, I think sometimes that's plan B, just to either soften up the other team or to get players to come out so you can start playing between them in the central channel again.
Cahill. That's going to go out for a corner. Nope. Will not go out for a corner, but now a throw-in.
Corktown defender did a great job there saving that from going out for a corner.
Yeah, that's Kaylee Shannon.
Me and these numbers again.
And now that's Taylor Steinigelt as well. It's right there. As Steinwasser will pick this up. Not literally, of course.
Seems it'd be important for the Nationals to have Steinwasser on the ball closer to the other team's goal. She's found a spot there inside the D. Maybe she can get on it there and bring some attacking prowess to the game.
Yeah, she tends to be a player that sometimes will sit in that midfield in a little bit more of a holding role, but also very dangerous when she does go forward and can join that attack and provide a spark.
O'Malley. That's giveaway. That's Karolak.
Rubbing the hind leg of the mule there, dribbling so close to Thomas. I think that's a risk.
Yeah, especially with no cover behind you. Putting that in that position there.
Yep. Offside by a couple yards.
You're just joining us. 1-0 is the score. Score coming in the 35th minute off the foot. The rebound from Koji was Lexi Lipsy. And that's where things sit right now here in this UWS Great Lakes final. It's Worthman working the line. Down at the end line, crossed the 6. That was a dangerous ball. And now a deflected shot that's going to go right into the hands of Koji.
Nationals did a good job of getting compact there. They got somebody out on Worthman there to thwart the early cross, and then Worthman dribbled in and got a late cross in. Caused some chaos.
Ball hit Cahill. That was from Steinwasser. A little too much pace on it. It is now Blackburn. She's going to go down.
That's a foul.
We're going to see our first sub of the match. It looks like Sierra Curtis is coming in. Sierra Curtis will be starting up Michigan State University here pretty soon. Was part of a national championship last year at Florida State.
She's going to replace Caitlin Cahill.
Ball comes in. In between ball, that's headed out by Smith.
Just clearing it there, Corktown. Now it's, I think we got last few minutes of the half here. Players might be getting tired. It might be an opportunity for some kind of mistake. There goes Steinwasser with her little crafty
give and
move.
go we saw on Sunday, the combination play between her and Wen. Steinwasser had that low shot that was saved by the goalkeeper. It was Micaiah Lipsy that saved it. That was an golden opportunity for them on Sunday, and if you can get them four in the combination play, she can be a dangerous attacker for the Nationals, as Rick has already alluded to here a couple times.
Yeah, we've seen how dangerous she can be, and getting her in the mix will be important if they're going to try to find a way to get back into this game. But she does so much for them defensively as well, tracking back and working through that midfield, being a lot of is asked of her, and she's being demanded to ask a lot here tonight.
Wynn so dangerous on that end line. Harsh will knock it up. Sissy Novak looks to put it back in as it'll go to Gattino. And now Olivia Thomas, that's speed. Here she comes. Karam's able to get his poke away. And
great intervention by Karam.
Probably a goal-saving tackle there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
One touch past, if she doesn't make that tackle there, Olivia Thomas is flying into the penalty area with a good chance to score. Good tackle here as the Nationals are trying to do everything they can to get to half, down just one.
Now Watson will shield that out. That was well, they pointed to. I don't know why you'd shield it out if she obviously thought it was going to be her throw, but
yeah.
Now out.
Ball never lies, I guess.
Nope.
That's why you shouldn't get too worked up about the throw-ins.
I wish more people saw it that way, Eric.
Well, it's taken me a long time to figure that out.
I mean, I understand when there's, a deep throw and a dangerous attacking third situation, because those sometimes can lead to opportunities. But most times between the 35, 40-yard lines, you're just putting the ball back into play. It's just a ball out of bounds, just put it back in. And I think it's like a percentage of 60, 70% of the time it's a turnover anyway.
Well, yeah. Now here comes Curtis, substitute, taking off Cahill. Cuts it inside, left-footed shot. Going to go right in the hands of Lipsy. Got to do better than that, but that's a good first effort for Sierra Curtis. That ball from Koschuk.
Yeah, she looked dangerous.
Making an impact early, stepping onto the pitch here, driving in, cutting back on her defender. I'm sure she wishes she could get a little better shot off, but good attacking opportunity from her.
As we'll see 1 minute of stoppage time in this first half as Novak looks to maybe head that back to Koji. Thomas up and over. Miscommunication there between Novak and Koji. Almost cost them a goal.
Guess it all worked out in the end there.
Yeah, they'll be thankful it didn't. And, again, not much time left here. Nationals will just try to see this thing out and try to sit back at halftime. Coaching staff make some adjustments, try to get back into this game. Longo with a little bit too much of space there in the midfield.
Yeah, a lot of space. Probably could have picked a better pass there.
Yeah, when you have all that time, got to lift your head. I mean, not necessarily the wrong area to play it, but it's got to be a better ball up and over the top. Give your teammate a chance to run onto it.
Yeah, between those players maybe.
And that is the end of the first half. I mean, are you surprised at all by how this game has been going?
Well, I think we've seen opportunities on both ends. I think we've seen both teams take chances, exploit opportunities. With the ones from Koji, just ball trickled around and they found the opportunity, but to give the Hawks the lead. But the Nationals are still in this game. It's still just a one-goal game, and they've created opportunities themselves. So I wouldn't be surprised if those opportunities keep coming, and they maybe find a way to nick one back and tie this thing back up.
Well, don't go anywhere. We've finished the first half. It's 1-0 here in favor of the Corktown Hawks. That 35th minute goal off the foot of Lexi Lipsy, assisted by Brianna Harsh, and that's where things stand in this Great Lakes Division Final. We'll be back here for more of this second half action on the Michigan Soccer Network. The Michigan Soccer Network covers all levels of soccer from youth, high school, college, and professional throughout the state of Michigan. Blatch has a shot low, and he makes the goal. What a shot there, low, near post, under the arms of best. Our mission here at the Michigan Soccer Network is to bring your event to life. Full commentary, multi-camera options are available, and we are here to make the game of soccer in Michigan that much better. Good ball off his chest, down, save again by Heisch. What a he still has it, top of the 18, shot coming, and it's a goal. All they have it is a cross comes in. Ajin gets a touch, he gets the first goal. He makes up for it from the first one in the first half. Then offsides call, and there's the first goal in club history. To learn more, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com today.
Their first ball. Their first uniform. Their first number. Their first teammate. Their first goal. Their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at KickstartToddlerSoccer.com.
Boom, by the way. Up to 6, wide open net for Hawks. Espinosa gets the head on it, will they go in? And it does! Shot, and it goes off the post and in! Oh, look at this. That's the goal of the week. Wow. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75. Velasquez, shot, and that goes off the post and in! Thanks. Oh, good move by Wen. Up to 6, wide open net for Hawks, check, and that's goal number 2. Now wide to the hockey, inside the 18, that's what it's crossed. Steinwatch, saved by Sally.
We like to do it before we go out on the weekend.
We do.
We do it every week. Whether we need to or not.
We did it today.
It was really dirty. My parents do it every day.
Hey, kiddo.
Do it every day with the Unlimited Club only at Jack's Car Wash. Protect your car from the hot summer sun, dust, dirt, and contaminants all summer long with the Jack's Unlimited Club.
Join today, starting at just $24.99 a month.
So earlier today, we talk about candy all the time, and when we are snacks, and that's me picking up all the candy and snacks for tonight's game. As we're about to bring you back in here in the press box.
He doesn't lie. He does not lie.
Don't lie. I got my pistachios. Wow, I can't even say it. Some Sour Patch Kids, some strawberry. You got what, watermelon? No, you got berries.
A lot of perks around here. A lot of perks.
Snacking in the booth.
Well, we got to find a way to keep the energy. Sometimes we get here quite a bit as we can. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where we want to obviously have fun, and we talk about that quite a bit here in the press box. There we go. As we're back now on the camera, but looking at this game for what we thought it was, it's going to be a competitive game. We expected that. We expected it to be gritty, tough, some physicality. Not as much physicality in this yet. I think that this temperature of this game is going to rise here throughout the rest of this game. Especially as the Nationals, if they can't poke one away right away in the second half, looking to fight for one in the latter part of the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think there has been some physical play, but just some very good tackles from both sides, some maybe goal-saving tackles in the defensive third to prevent some opportunities. But like to your point, another goal in this game and things could start to open up or get physical. And again, if Nationals can find a way to get a quick one, then this rest of the second half really starts to take shape in a whole different way.
If you're in the halftime huddle right now, you're in the locker room with these two teams. CORKTOWN, you're with Skip Mukhtar. What's he telling this team right now?
Yeah, I think that maybe not be so rushy through midfield to see if they can get the Nationals back line to come away from their goal. I think those are the moments where you're going to see explosive tackles happen. If Corktown continues to rush through midfield, I think somebody's going to feel like they got to intervene there. But I think if Corktown can slow the ball down in those transition moments and pull the Nationals back line apart, I think there will be some seams in behind and in between, and we could see some goals. And I think conversely, I think the Nationals did a really good job of getting at Corktown's back line and getting on the edge. And if explosive players like Wynn and Steinwasser and Curtis start getting on the ball, I think they can create some chances.
Well, and to be looking at that game as a whole, if you were to look at just without the rebound goal that was scored by Lipsy, the Nationals had the better of the chances in that first half.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, they did create some very dangerous opportunities, and it goes to their credit on the defensive side from limiting Corktown for those opportunities and creating them themselves. And that's the reason they have hope going into the second half. Coach Rob Brinkman's got to be telling the ladies at halftime that it may be 1-0. We haven't found the back of the net yet, but we're creating opportunities. So more to come in the second half, and hopefully an exciting second half.
That it is. Don't go anywhere. We've got 45 more minutes of championship soccer right here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Their first ball, their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Granite City Food and Brewery has two Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Every generation knows where to go when their car gets dirty. And every generation understands the timeless family tradition of Jack's Car Wash. Families know that a clean car by Jack's just rides better.
Shot. That goes off the post and in. Oh, good. By Wynn. Six. Wide open net. Goal number 2. That's pretty cross. Steinwasser. Saved by Lowry. Wow. Welcome back here into Swinehart Field as we're looking straight into the sun here on this Thursday evening. It is Throwback Thursday. as we are...
My headset must be turned down. I don't. What was that drop there?
Oh,
Oh, okay. I got you.
Wait.
Yes.
There we go.
Great job, John.
Hey, if you're not doing something that you love, then find something to do that you love, right? I mean, that's really the only message I have for you tonight, because I thoroughly enjoy doing what I do.
I can tell.
With you, Steve, and normally me and you, Steve, we have a chance to talk at least 16 times throughout a day, and when it's less than 16, I feel kind of depressed.
I'll be honest, we went like 2 days without a single phone call from like the 3rd or 4th of July, and Chelsea looks at me, she's like, "Are you okay? You haven't talked to John in like 48 hours."
I know. I was going through withdrawal. I didn't get it. I was like, "Where is Steve?" And we have this thing with my kids now. We all go when we hear Steve, like, "Steve,"
I answer the phone. My girlfriend's like, "Who are all these kids on the other line?" Like, oh, just the Turner clan. No big deal.
That's why I wasn't sure about my role in here tonight. That's why I first asked you, John. I go, you and Steve besties?
Now we got to go and say Rick. Got all the kids say Rick.
I got to earn my way into this group.
It's quite the
Maybe
group.
I got to come up with some new drops or something.
Yeah, we'll get you on board.
There you go.
We got 45 more minutes of action coming up here in a few moments. We're just waiting for the teams to disembark their halftime locker room transportation. It was good that we got the game here out on time tonight, considering that there was a bunch of traffic coming out of the part that was 696 and such.
Yeah. It was,
brutal traffic to get here.
Brutal. Semi-collision shut down all 4 lanes, 696 in the Lodge. So it was a rough go getting out here.
Yeah, I got a detour of Farmington and Southfield on my way out here.
I took back roads all the way through Pontiac,
yeah.
So that was quite the experience.
Oh, perfect.
Cultural experience.
I was in Pontiac last night, but we called it Flint.
So Trevor said, first comment of the game, by the way, is a constructive one, so I appreciate it. You got an echo, John. Trevor, just an FYI, me and you worked together for coaches for a number of years, and my name is spelled Jon. You think you would know that by now. But, no, I'm just messing with you, man. If it's still an echo, let me know. Our audio guy and producer, director, he's on the echo job tonight. That's his role. Ken Everham says Beth. So,
what's that in reference to? I don't have any context there.
I don't know.
I was looking.
It makes me think of Kiss, Beth.
Or
Beth, I hear you calling.
I thought maybe there was like a Elizabeth that maybe goes by Beth, but there's not. So I don't know. Who knows?
All right. Just Beth.
Maybe it was Besk. Who knows?
Good
maybe
leader.
It was Besk.
Belk, Besk.
Besk, maybe?
That's right.
Bush,
Yeah,
could have been.
He wrote Belk.
Just roll with the punches.
Like perfect strangers.
Right. Yeah. We wait here for the Nationals to make their way all the way out. Second half approaching. If you, John, I know you had asked Rick here, what if you were in Skip's shoes and what you're telling your team with that 1-0 lead going into halftime. But John, for you, if you're in Rob's shoes in the Nationals, down 1-0 in this case, in a half in which you've created opportunities, you've given yourself hope and belief that you can create against this Corktown back line. What are you telling the girls here in that halftime huddle?
I think that a lot of times coaches, we overthink things and make things overcomplicated. And I looking at what the Nationals did right in that first half is what found them success. So they need to build on that, right? I keep doing what you're doing. They did really a good job defensively. The goal that came up was a well saved ball, rebound, and someone put it away. So you can say it's unlucky, you can call whatever, but you keep doing what you're doing. Keep attacking that back line. Sierra Curtis is going to have to dribble at Lexi Smith. Is going to have to dribble at Abby Worthman, get behind them. Wen is going to have to be that technical Wen that we've seen all game long and all season long. Getting Steinwasser more involved in the attack is what Rick had talked about in the first half. Those are the things that you need to start doing more of here in the second half. Combination play in the middle of the park. Go outside, then inside. Maybe outside again, then back in. Just create some chaos. But keep doing what you're doing. Don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah, and I think soccer.
Well put, John. Well put. So go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, soccer is a game of opposites. I think that we know what Corktown wants to do, and I think on the side that Thomas is trying to get down, that maybe you leave some defenders home or enough defenders home, and on the other side, I think you might be able to cheat a defender out and add a +1 to the midfield or push a player from the back line to the midfield and then from the midfield into the front line to create a numerical scenario where it's advantageous to create more chances. or finish in rebounds. Or
yeah, I agree with both you guys. To John's point, they have created chances, and they've got to just get better at doing what they've done well, and that's completing 5-10 yard passes. There's been too many giveaways in that midfield that have cost them chances tonight, and they got to clean that up if they're going to try to take advantage of the opportunities they do get.
As Wen will pick this up as we're back underway here. Again, in the all-red kits going right to left on your screen are the Nationals. And the all-black kits, Corktown Hawks, AFC, which, do we know what AFC stands for, by the way? Steve? We know what FC stands for, football club. I don't know what the A stands for. Sam, do you know what I mean?
Amateur?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Oh.
I thought it was like A football club.
A football.
Oh, come on, man.
We need a
Blackburn.
We need a boo drop there. Boo.
I'll add it in next time. Maybe we'll figure out. We'll add an extra.
They don't have a boo. So, by the way, Doug Steiner goes, keep it up, boys. I said thanks. And then,
I'm glad you said thanks.
Everham goes, just found you guys on YouTube. I'm at the game, but particularly blind. Love your broadcast. Well, we appreciate that. I'm not sure our camera's helping with that, though, because we're still a little further away. But
it's great that we have an interactive audience.
We do. We love it. I love interacting with the audience.
Yeah.
It makes it different. It makes it fun. As Wen Steinwasser out here to Watson.
Would have liked to see Wynn continue her run down the channel there. She had a lot of space.
Watson thought the same thing as you thought.
I thought if you continue to run, she had all that space. Could have tried to exploit. The Nationals are going to have to pick and choose their moments and have to take advantage of those opportunities that they catch Corktown in a disadvantaged spot, because it's the only way they're going to be able to exploit a team that is so good defensively the way Corktown does play.
Yeah, and they committed Watson up the left side there and left themselves 3 versus 2 in the back here. So maybe there's been an adjustment made where they're going to try to push a player forward.
Ball play to Thomas, and Novak's able to stop that attack. I don't really see any changes from either side. Now Malley will clear it up just past Hershey. Lipsy makes a turn, looks for Thomas, gets a touch, shot, blocked by Novak. The Nationals don't want to give up one here.
It was a great first touch by Thomas to get it over onto her right foot. It's kind of her non-preferred foot, I think, and then the shot got blocked and came back to her, and then she decided to hit it again and just went a little wide.
Yeah, if they give her too much space here, whether it's in the middle of the field or on this outside.
Wen gets tied up, but she keeps fighting. It's a good battle from Wen.
Cagey from Wen there.
Yeah, battled through the contact, kept it going, got the advantage.
Didn't complain about being fouled or anything, just got up and got back after it. I really appreciate that from her.
Worthman, normally a midfielder, playing a left back role today. Catino out to Thomas, and that's going to go right to Koji.
Yeah, to your point, Rick, you appreciate the players that try to fight through the contact, and it doesn't mean that they aren't fouled or those types of things, but you appreciate the players that will try to battle through anything, and it's going to take a real foul to take them down. They don't go down at the slightest contact, and as a referee, you appreciate those types of players because they play the game the right way. They're honest players, and doesn't mean they're not trying to do everything they can to win, but you appreciate the hardworking effort in the middle of the park.
I think the location of the field and the fact that the score that she's down 1-0, that she was just going to get after it instead of hoping for somebody else to make a difference in the game. She's going to try to figure it out.
Something we haven't really talked about, which I think is maybe they don't talk enough about, but Nicole Green is one of the premier women officials in the state of Michigan and does a phenomenal job.
Yeah, the way the game's managed today is excellent, and nobody's standards got up at all, and everybody's pretty much agreed with whether it's a foul or not a foul, and everybody's just got on with it.
Yeah, pretty straightforward so far. Haven't really had too many tactical fouls or situations where she's had to do too much player management, but calling everything that's been necessary tonight, and sometimes that's all you got to do is make sure you get the necessary ones, and if the game doesn't provide those key impact moments, then so be it. But if they are, we'll see how she responds tonight and what decisions are made.
So now a little struggle there. That's Catino. Cadillac, and look at a foul. They're on number 17. That's Grace Menser. We saw her last night out at Flint City AFC in that Milk Cup Championship. They fell 5-1 to AFC Ann Arbor. They were up 1-0 at the half in that game.
I'm sure that's not how their free kick was designed there.
Probably not.
No.
I'd say Jinx, buy me a Coke, but you don't drink pop, so.
I don't. Buy you a beer, though.
He just eats sugary food
Sugary
during broadcasts.
He just wants a binder.
It's the carbonation, man.
It looks like we have a sub coming on.
Yeah, Sissy Novak stepping off.
Lauren Turner.
No relation. Lauren Turner stepping onto the pitch.
That's right. No relation. Just share a common name. Lipsy out to Hershey. Looking there in for Catino. She's been offsides. It's a good intervention there by Lexi Smith.
Yeah, pass just had a little bit too much on it, or the angle was a little bit too steep. Thought that was a good idea, trying to find Curtis coming in there.
Yeah, good run by Curtis. It was the right run, the right space. Just ball wasn't played right where it needed to be, but good movement from the attack.
I do like that word, though, intervention. You've used it quite a bit, and I'm going to steal that word from you now, Rick.
Yeah, it's
okay if I do that?
Yeah, you sure can.
He didn't ask me. He just takes my words all the time.
I'm stealing your candy and your headset.
It's all good up here.
We decided to get away from giving the sweaty players the headsets. Now we have a microphone for them.
It's a really good call. Really good call.
Felt like one of the players I interviewed last week, when you handed them your headset, she kind of looked at it and was like, do I have to? Giveaway there almost from the Nationals in the back.
Menser was looking for Thomas. There's too much on that one.
A little deflection there from the defender, and a corner kick here for Corktown. 5th of the game. Another set piece opportunity.
I don't know who that touched that went out for a corner.
Yeah, the Nationals back line, Watson just let that go.
Yeah, it was slight. It had to have been slight, but the referee pointed immediately, so did the AR, so they must have seen or heard the touch, maybe something we couldn't see from here, but no argument.
Ball comes in. Referee's going to call a foul.
Worthman hits those great in-swinging corners.
Yeah, well played. It's right, just how you want them to be hit every time. Hopefully they just find your teammate, find the right bounce. But well played there.
Yeah, her older brother was a wonderful left-footed left back for me and hit corner kicks just like that.
Steinwasser finds Blackburn, and how well able to control it is now Steinwasser looks out wide to Lauren Turner.
Nationals did a good job there, connecting on 3 or 4 passes and getting up the line and starting to get at Corktown's back line.
Got to find more consistency with it. They've been able to string some passes together, and then 3-4 passes look great, good movement, and then a really bad giveaway here and there. And those types of breakdowns within the attack are going to cost them opportunities. And as this clock keeps ticking away, they need every opportunity they can get to try to find this equalizer.
Yeah, they're going to need to make some connections to Curtis there and win and start pulling that line apart, or it's going to be really difficult.
Going to have her redo the throw.
Well,
the referee's stepping out. I'm not sure if we have blood on a player or a jewelry, but immediate whistle, assistant. Yep.
That's Abby Worthman, I believe she's pointing to.
Yeah, so the referee's asking Abby Worthman to step off the pitch.
And while that was going on, Blackburn just hit an absolute rocket into the far post that nobody even moved for. Nobody.
Yeah, an absolutely great hit, but trying to decipher what's going on down there, but
still figuring it out, I guess.
I'm going to have a rethrow, and I guess that's it. Here we go.
Well, you weren't at the game on Tuesday that I called where Flint City Bucks player, Trujillo, just started throwing up on the field in the middle of the game.
Huh. I've had that happen once.
out of nowhere, just starts, up chucking, and they stop the game, and they bring out this magic bucket of whatever was in it, I don't know, and clean the field off, which I don't think they did in 88-degree weather. But so I feel bad for any player walking around that after that.
Too many pistachios or something?
Maybe.
Oh, I had that happen one time at a high school girls game. I had a player throw up on the field. That was a first. I didn't really know how to react. I asked the trainer, do we have to do something? Is this a safety issue?
This Koscheck will put this corner in. Steinwash there, Dick is ahead on it. Now Wen will pick it up just outside the 18. Lexi Smith is right there on her, and it's a tackle, and it's going to be just outside the box.
Wow, that was close.
Good turn from Wen. Great composure there to set up her defender. She gets by her, gets fouled just outside the box. Correctly called there by the referee right on top of it because Nationals look to play quick.
Oh, a shot low, but blocked. Oh. Right into the stomach.
Was that Smith again?
I think it was Menser on the block.
O'Malley took the shot.
Yeah. Really important block there.
Yeah, I thought the Nationals may look to try to set something up, make sure they get the right set play, but they saw the opportunity to play quick. The opportunity there for O'Malley to get a shot off, but it was blocked. Rick, what are your thoughts on that? In those types of situations, free kicks in and around the box, do you tell your teams sometimes it differ maybe on the setup of the game or what you guys approach, and those are opportunities to look to play quick, or do you always have something you're more looking to play as a set piece?
Yeah, I don't always have something, but I know with a player like Wynn that I would give her creative freedom to decide if she wanted to go short.
Blackburn now inside the 18. Blackburn, shot, Lipsy comes up. I don't think she got the shot off. Looks like she just dribbled right into her.
Yeah, it didn't look like a shot got off, but Lipsy did a good job to keep it in front of her and keep the shut out.
You got to do better there. You're dribbling one-on-one with the goalkeeper. All you got to do is just find a way to get your foot and poke it. I mean, that's not a driven shot. That's just find
toe poke it to the back of the net.
Yeah,
doesn't matter how it gets in. Just find a way to put it past the goalkeeper.
That little scoopy chip that sometimes those guys do.
I look at that moment and nothing against Blackburn. That's a disappointing opportunity.
Encouraging though for the Nationals still here with 35 plus minutes or so to go. Creating opportunities still. Only down that one goal, and knowing that if they can find an equalizer here and give themselves a chance, creating those opportunities are going to be crucial throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, and I think back to that short free kick that Wynn took when she drew the foul. I think she saw a weakness in the defense, and I would certainly allow that player to make that choice to get her teammates involved to see if we could, get the game tied up.
Crom looks to switch this to Turner. Finds Koscheck.
Excellent ball movement from the Nationals there.
And then it kind of falls apart right there in that, right before they get to the attacking third. But good win there by Watson. Steinwasser picks it up.
Got to play a penetrating pass at some point in transition there. You're just going to allow Corktown to get in behind the ball again.
Ball out wide to Watson.
Yeah, to your point, it's difficult enough to break their lines as it is. And the moment you do so, if you start to go sideways or go negative and you're not going to play those attacking balls, you just allow them to get numbers behind the ball and have to do it all over again. And we talk about how difficult it is to create opportunities tonight. They can't let those go waste.
Yeah, I think it's always easier to play against less players, so the quicker you can go and the more decisive your passes can be, I think the greater the goal-scoring chance that you get in the end.
Another throw in here for the Nationals. What we're seeing right now is a lot more possession here from the Nationals. Wen keeps fighting. Good little move from Wen. Down by the end line, inside the 18. That's a deflected, and then up and out it comes.
Man, Wen's got a full bag of tricks, doesn't she?
One of the most, John and I have seen it a couple times, the way she sets up her defenders, and she understands, I like to just say it, the science of the game. She understands where the spin of the ball is. She understands when players are going to commit and run hard. She knows how to throw a little bit of a fake, a ball fake, a shoulder fake, and she'll get people to overcommit just because she understands the way the movement of the game. And sometimes, the elite players, we watch it all the time at the highest levels. I'm sure you see it too, Rick. The players that can understand the physics of the game sometimes, understand where that bounce is going to be, where the spin of the ball, and those are the players that can get that little bit of advantage because they just see the game 2-3 steps ahead of the players around them.
Yeah, totally agree. She put the ball in a place where it made the defender think that she could get it when Wynn knew that the defender couldn't get it, and then she poked it past her, and she was off to the races, getting crosses off.
It's a beautiful look, by the way, of that sky, that sun setting. Just behind the...
We're watching a game, John, not the sunset.
West goal. I just wanted to say, man, it was a good shot. I mean, Sam Fish just did a good job.
He always does a great job. We don't doubt Fish.
Ball looking for Curtis. A little touch. That might go out for a corner if Lipsy can't get over there. She's able to get there. Good play from her. She knocks that right to Lexi Smith.
Those are the little unnoticed plays that don't go down in the book, but that effort there from Micaiah Lipsy just to keep that corner out, right, takes an opportunity away from the Nationals that they have potentially a set piece and a ball that comes in just because she puts a little bit of effort there and keeps that ball out and off the end line.
No question about that as a foul was just called as this ball is switched. One goes and fights for it. Stenigel wins it.
Something that just came to me. I don't know if there's any other players from Corktown that played 90 minutes last night, but Lexi Smith is on 90 plus 45 and a little bit more here, so I'm not sure if that's going to start to come into play at some point for her or the Corktown coaching staff.
Yeah, tired legs is definitely will get noticeable as this half progresses, and those players that played extensive minutes last night, regardless of their training, they're not even doing that at the college level of playing back-to-back game nights, So you will see a test for some of these ladies tonight in how their stamina holds up and how they can get through this 90.
Well, and we can talk about this, but the reality is they haven't just played 2 games this week. They've played 3 games.
Correct.
So they played on Tuesday against the Jaguars, 3-3 tie. I'm not sure who played from the Corktown in that one. It's safe to say, based on the score line, that they didn't have their normal team.
Sure.
And then, obviously, we did. We saw Lexi Smith play last night. We saw Grace Menser play last night. Olivia Thomas played. She didn't, she played for a number. I think she played the whole second half. But your Lipsy played the whole first half yesterday. As you see now, Lipsy running onto this ball here with Karam. But yesterday was a cooler night too. Today's a little hotter.
I think one game in 2 days. 2 45-minute halves, one in each day. I think that's a little different than the
90 plus 45.
Yeah, it's we'll see how Lexi holds up. I mean, she's a great player, but sometimes the body says things that when the brain's saying do something else.
Hershey at top of the 18, and Karam, the ball deflects. Out comes Koji, and it goes in the back of the net. I believe that was Lipsy once again getting a goal here for the Corktown Hawks.
And sustained pressure from Corktown. If you just give them that little bit of space, they'll make you pay. They're clinical in the final third. It doesn't always have to be pretty, but they run onto the balls. They make sure they get there and find a way to extend this lead to 2-0.
It was Hershey as Karam. Karam doesn't misplace that, and that will be an assist by Brianna Hershey.
Right before that goal, we did have a substitution for the Nationals. Number 19, Jen Matejek, checking into the game for number 9, Jenna Blackburn.
Now the Nationals find themselves in a hole. 2-0 is Matejek. The ball is for her. Foul was called back here on Steinwasser.
Good recognition there from the referee. Waited, gave it that extra half second, make sure the attacker, Matejek, was not going to get onto that ball. No advantage needed to be given. Brings back for the foul just past midfield, and the Nationals will get a free kick.
O'Malley will put this in. It's a good ball. Matejek is right there, head by Smith. And cleared up. Thomas, I'm going to say an elbow, I'm assuming, is they're going to give her a yellow card. That is the first yellow card of the night for either side, and that goes to Olivia Thomas.
Yeah, and to be fair, I had a tiny bit of an obstructed view here as where it happened, but it did look like her arm came up and caught Karam on the foul in referee view. Not sure if it was just like a thrown forearm or maybe an elbow was caught, but yellow card issued to Thomas. First of the night, and now she wants to continue to have some words, and referee reminding her that she just picked one up and she probably ought to be a little bit smarter here if she wants to stay in this game.
Uh-oh. This is carrying on a little bit here.
Not what I would not want to continue further that conversation with the referee in that situation.
Yeah, unrecommended.
O'Malley.
Usually ends not so well.
That was a win by Smith. It's Curtis now. And cleared up by Worthman.
If you're in the Nationals, maybe you try to frustrate Olivia Thomas somewhat. Maybe that's the spark that, if you could get her to pick up a second yellow card and turn this game into a man advantage, maybe that's the way the Nationals can get back into this. But they've got to start creating more and more, start throwing bodies forward, maybe an extra attacker, because if they're not going to get some chances in on goal, it's going to be tough to dig out of this 2-0 hole.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they decide to change systems or formation or change their style, see if they can try to create one here. Plenty of time left, but at some point they're going to have to create a really good goal-scoring chance, something that at least the goalkeeper's going to have to do something special to keep it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't rely on just shots from distance or failed crosses.
Scatino out wide to Smith. I apologize. That was Smith. It's Mary Karolak. It's Koschuk.
Good feet by Thomas. Good interception by Novak. Starting the attack with all 11 Corktown players behind the ball again. It's going to make it difficult to break them down. Looks like they've went to 2 6s as well.
Now you see Watson gets by Gattino. All kind of falls to Steinwasser, then out wide there to Lauren Turner. She's got Curtis and Matejuk. Matejuk now brings it down, top of the 18. Matejuk lays it off for Koschuk. Cuts it back, inside the 18, shot low, deflection, and it goes in, but they're going to call her offsides.
Yeah, flag went up right away. I'm not sure from here if we don't have the best angle. I didn't see her as the shot was coming in. I did not see where her position was. But another good opportunity here from the Nationals, but this one will get wiped off the board and called for offsides.
Great movement by Koschuk to get inside the box and hit that cross at pace that the goalkeeper could not deal with. And then I don't know who that was. Was it Blackburn that got a toe on it? Was she the one called offside?
I think it was Matejuk. Yeah,
Matejuk?
She had just come in for Blackburn. But
okay. Yeah, she did a great job of getting across the face of the goalkeeper and getting a little toe in, but it was really hard to tell.
As much as we
who
can't,
was offside
we
and if
can't
there was
provide
offside.
you the replays. We are taking a look at the slightly delayed YouTube feed, so I'm going to try to get a look here for you. Not that we'll be able to re-show you, but
well, just hit the 10 seconds back on your phone. Karolak. Watson finds Thomas down here on the end line. Got Karam there defensively. Ball comes inside, back post. And that's going to go wide. And out, I believe, now for a goal kick.
Well, we are not necessarily on this broadcast, John, but oftentimes I feel like referees are over-criticized on calls that are awfully tight. But credit to the assistant referee on that offside decision. The attacker Matejek was definitely behind that defender as that shot came in. So when that rebound was there, she definitely wasn't in an offside position. It was a tight call, but good on the assistant over there on the far side to correctly make that decision.
A couple of subs did come on. We have Lydia Jacobs on the pitch now. Figueroa is on as well. She's playing in that, let's say, like attacking center mid role, maybe.
She played in last night's game, too.
She did. That's Katina, who dropped down to that 6 role you were talking about before. She's playing more of attacking center mid. And now Olivia Thomas receives it here on this near side. Watson.
Good cut from
Thomas.
Watson.
Shot low. Saved by Koji. It's a good save in all that traffic.
Yeah, good. First off, I think Olivia Thomas was given a little too much space here on the outside to work, but she tried to exploit, cuts in, gets a shot in on goal. Good save from Koji, keeping this at 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like Thomas's speed, maybe she's earned a little bit too much respect as far as the Nationals are concerned. Last 2 times she's got the ball in the wide area there, that the gap's been too big between her and the defender. She's been able to pick what she wants to do.
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, it's one thing to have respect for the player, but you still have to make life difficult for them and tighten those spaces, force them to make quick decisions.
Curtis looking for Koscheck. She gets a head on it. And that goes well wide.
Another good opportunity here from the Nationals. Good ball whipped in. Finds her teammate, just can't put the head on goal. But, Coach Rob Brinkman's got to be encouraged that, despite still just under 20 minutes to go, not a whole lot of time left. They're still creating opportunities. They're still fighting. Just got to find a way to get one here, because if you find one, you can get that momentum. You can have that belief that a second is coming. But got to find a way to get that first one.
Yeah, a lot of positives right now for the Nationals trying to get something going here. There's Steinwasser with her little crafty moves.
Curtis. Out wide to Matejek. Too much pace.
Yeah, if this game was counted as far as chances created, the Nationals would be in the lead. Obviously the game is not dictated by chances and dictated by the goals in the back of the net, and Corktown has found a way to get 2 tonight. But the chances have been coming for the Nationals. This game has not been, you look at the scoreline, and it's not been a dominating game by Corktown. They've definitely been clinical in the moments. But Nationals have done a good job to create, a good job to stay in this game. They just got to be more clinical in the attacking third, which usually is the case for teams that can't find a way to get over that hump, is being more clinical in those attacking dangerous areas. It wasn't a joke, but yeah, sure.
I don't know which one is which, though.
Yeah, you're just hitting buttons now.
Figueroa tied up there with Watson, and she's going to hold her and pull her down as Watson is on the ground. No foul.
A little bit surprised there.
Yeah, no fouls. Interesting there.
Thought we were getting a foul and a yellow, to be fair.
Ball out to Thomas. She's going to collect it right down near the end line.
Watson had her hand up for offside and is not going to get it.
Shot blocked, and somehow finds a way to skirt right there to Koji.
Again, Thomas is getting whatever she wants here on this right flank.
Yeah, Watson might be starting to get a little bit tired once players start putting their hands up and looking at the assistant referee. It maybe is an indicator for a change to be made.
Ball played into Figueroa. Jacobs. That's a heavy ball that will go all the way out now for a goal kick. So we're going to see a sub coming in now here for the Nationals. Watson does come off, by the way, and he's going to see Bailey Pattinson come in.
It's a good call from our third analyst in the booth tonight.
What part?
Well, he was talking about that she put her hand up, indicating she may have been a little bit tired. So, and then immediately after, she gets subbed off. It's almost like the coach down there heard.
And it is Bailey Pattinson coming in.
It's like this guy's got a direct line to the coach down there or something.
Well, I mean, he
runs in the club, I guess.
I've seen a few soccer games.
Just a smidge.
Not your first rodeo.
Coutinho looking for Lipsy, a well-placed ball. Lipsy looking at her hat trick, and that goes wide.
Lovely turn there from Lipsy in that tight space, understanding where she's at right at the top of the box. Obviously, she probably wished she could have the shot back, but a good turn from her in tight space.
Yeah, while you're trying to score a goal, I think at a bare minimum you got to try to figure out how to limit Thomas's chances, because if she gets a few more chances, I'm guessing that one of those is probably going to go in. So probably rightfully so, they made a change over there, and hopefully they can get back to getting to work on creating their own chances.
Sophia Wynn was the one subbing off, replaced by number 4, Natalie Race, our goal scorer from the other night here in the Nationals Corktown matchup.
You know, as we see Olivia Thomas now coming down to the end line, puts this one in for Lipsy, and it goes up and over. We dealt with this in the Detroit United game, Steve, where we start seeing the better player from a team coming off the pitch. Sophia Wen is the most technically gifted player on this field, has created the most. You know, she creates a very dangerous player, very creative. You talked about the science aspect of it. And nothing against the subject that just came in, but you arguably took off the best player the Nationals have had all night.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, we've talked about that struggle, and we've talked to coaches about it after the fact, and they're not easy decisions, right? And there's so many things that when we've talked to coaches from Cedars and other coaches in high schools about bringing players up, it's not easy decisions. But sometimes, you have to make a change, sometimes injecting those fresh legs. And, Sophia Wynn has been all over the pitch tonight. She's been giving 110, 20% effort all night. And sometimes if the coaching staff feels that.
Oh, look at that ball into Thomas. She's on. She finishes it and puts Corktown Hawks up 3-0. And that might just be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, and
I think Thomas's last 10 minutes have been fantastic in the fact that she just kind of loosened up that back line and kind of figured out how she wanted to operate. She put herself in a different location, caused a new set of problems for the Nationals back line, and got staring the goalkeeper right in the face and rolled it right in the side netting.
In the last maybe 10, 15 minutes, she's gotten this ball out wide, and every time she's gone wide, wide, wide. And then this time she cuts inside. She's really, playing games with those defenders, forcing them to have to guess how she's going to try to attack, and she exploits them through the middle there. And the signs of a good attacker there, really, forcing the defense to keep guessing, not understanding what her next move might be.
Yeah, that unpredictability factor. She just kind of inserted that card and said, you know what, you think you got me figured out, and I'm coming in here and I'm going to do my best to put this game to bed.
And we talked about how she was being given so much space, a lot of respect on this outside, and that allows her to then, change up her game and decides to cut in, and now she has also more space there, and that led to the goal.
Yeah, she got on her preferred left foot and just comfortably rolled it in.
Now it was assisted by Figueroa, number 24, to Olivia Thomas, her first goal of the night, coming in the 78th minute, putting up Corktown Hawks 3-0 here over the Nationals. And this is where the conversation comes from. Okay, you create opportunities as this ball comes into Koji. And it's something that, as a coach, I explored a lot of. And Rick, we actually talked about this yesterday, a little bit about, looking at the analytics and the data for games and possession and how important possession can be. But ultimately, if it doesn't lead to goals, that's the problem. And right now, while the Nationals have played a fairly good game, they have not been able in the final third, with the opportunities that they've been able to create, execute, and score goals.
Yeah, the two difference makers. I mean, for the Nationals, Wynn was playing up the left side and Thomas on the right side, and that puts them both on the same side of the field, and it was kind of a battle between those two players. And
now Jacobs will find herself in an offside position.
And back to Wynn being taken out, I mean, I think one of the things that not the average fan doesn't understand, that sometimes top level players that have given all they can inside of a game, sometimes they're such a team player.
Oh, ball over top for Koschuk. Can't you get to it? No, Lipsy's able to clear it up. Not a bad ball.
Sometimes they're such a team player that they've given information to the coaching staff. They said that their day's done, and that giving their team a chance to win would be them coming off the field. And I'd be interested to find out if that was the case with Wynn tonight, because she was special in a lot of ways, and she did seem most likely to be the one to create a goal.
So you're saying that Wynn giving the National a chance to win would be Wynn coming off?
Yeah, in a strange twist of the English language, yeah.
Job done.
And with Wynn being not spelled like Win.
Ball over the top that's to Thomas. She's onside. Shot up and over. How was that on offsides? Was that wrong? It looked like it was offsides.
Yeah, it looked offside to me. But I'm not at the right angle, so
that's fair.
I'm not at a right angle or the right angle.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's so tough because I'm so used to watching that second to last defender, but now my eyes have started to go to so many different parts of the field watching the game from this angle that I don't always catch where those attackers are. But
she was just so on.
Yeah,
I mean, so open. That begs to be like, was she offsides? I mean,
yeah, it might just let you know how fast she is. Hershey hasn't been on the ball here a lot in the second half, but she did a good job keeping possession there.
I think
really good pass from Steinwasser to play into the front line.
That was Race was looking for Curtis.
Yeah, it's so hard to play into a sinking line there. All Corktown players were running toward their own goal, and the pass went in the same direction. Makes it hard to complete.
82nd minute. This game is a 3-0 game right now here in favor of Corktown. 1 in the first half and 2 here in the second, and that's where things stand. There's Maggie Reimer now on the pitch here for the Nationals. Goes to Oak University.
Thomas has shown no signs of playing in a game last night, that's for sure.
Not at all. Now corner kick. But if you're watching us, please hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button that we know you liked what you watched tonight. Comment. We love engaging with you, the audience, the viewer of these games. Please hit that bell that way you're notified every time we go live. Gatino got a piece of that. It's Nellie Race all over the back of Abby Worth. But Race now, she scored the goal on Sunday in that 1-1 draw. My prediction, by the way, is out the window. So is yours. What did you say?
3-1.
Oh, yours is still open.
Yeah, the Nationals got to find a way to nick one back here. But
to be successful against that sinking line, you got to get closer to it. You can't play all these passes from that distance. It can be really hard to find the space in between the sinking line and that goalkeeper.
Yeah, and especially this late in the game when tired legs, if that ball's not perfect, you're not getting fresh legs running onto it.
Yeah, you're right. It has to be perfect. Has to be.
It's now Reimer. Plays back to Karam. Steinwasser out to Turner. Got Race, Worthman there, and Chase for the Hawks as this ball's put across the 6.
Really good cross.
Here comes a finish. Saved by Lipsy. Curtis, rebound, goal.
Good finish by Curtis. A lot of chaos in the box there.
Yeah, some sustained pressure from all night, really. The Nationals have been in and around the goal, just haven't been able to find one. But here, a loose ball finally gets knocked in the back of the net. Maybe a little bit too little, too late here for the Nationals. But 3-1 now, John.
It is now 3-1. We just talked about this. That will go down, by the way, as an unassisted goal.
Yeah. It's a good call.
I agree with that one.
Glad we got 3 for 3 clarification.
Yeah.
So it is now 3-1. I mean, if there is still about 5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. I mean, crazier things have happened. There's now Thomas gets by Steinwasser. That's speed. It's a good win by O'Malley. And now here comes Reimer. Reimer's got a good left foot. Offside is Curtis. This ball goes just out.
Interesting that Thomas has still got that turn of pace and change of direction. And here in the 85th minute, 86th minute. What a great asset to her team.
Ooh, a shot from distance, and that's going to go right to Lipsy. Ambitious shot, good pace on it. That was Emily O'Malley.
Good by the Nationals here, showing they got some fight left in them.
We've seen it all season long. Not too many times have they been down, but even in these games against Corktown, they find a way to keep battling.
It's like Lauren Turner went down hard there on that far side. Somehow the scorekeeper here made him 4-1 now. Whatever that score line is.
I'm being told that the scorekeeper's having a hard time with figuring out how to subtract points off the board.
Not working out well.
Word just came down from the scorer's booth.
Oh, a shot from distance, and that's going to go wide from Curtis.
We're going to get some parent to come up and tell us that they have not scored 4 goals. Yes, we know. Otherwise, it makes my prediction look wrong, and that's not good.
Don't worry, the official score is held in the book of the referee.
And on the MSN scoreboard, which reads 3-1. Right. So
that's true. That scorekeeper's doing good.
89th minute. Can't imagine there'll be too much stoppage here. Maybe 2-3 minutes.
It's only the 88th minute.
Oh, I got a football goal post in my way.
No, wait, no worries, man. Actually, it's just the 88th minute. Now it's 5. It's slowly but
You're just going to piss Rob off.
I just been told from the booth that it's getting more and more difficult over here in the for the score.
Well, clap for Rick Larson. Can you get a 6th?
Touchdown, Corktown.
I've been told that if the scorer continues to play with the scoreboard and the score pad, that the score probably is going to go to 6 inadvertently.
He collects it, and it goes out now for a goal kick.
When all else fails, call fish.
Now it's 14. It's 15. Okay.
We're being told that
back to 4.
Back to 4.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you can see the clock right now. It's pretty impressive.
Are we doing math over here? You got to add numbers up? Is that what you're doing?
It skipped right from 100 to 4.
Plus 6, 7. Plus 7.
Here we go.
Plus 5. Plus 3. Plus 1. There we go. Good job, Fish.
It's now Thomas giveaway. Thomas one-on-one with Koji. Finishes it far post. And that will be the nail in the coffin.
Rick, you should have
in
just
this
left
game.
it at 4.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. The scorer said that he was having a hard time getting it back to 3, and now I think he can figure out how to get it over to 4.
So Olivia Thomas puts the real 4th goal in for the Hawks here in the 89th minute.
There goes my prediction.
What's that? I'm getting something from the scorer. Says he would appreciate if there were no more goals. No more goals, there'd be no more confusion with the scorers table. This just in.
Glad we got word from him.
This just in.
I was getting worried.
Oh, that was an unassisted goal from Maggie Reimer. Played back to Thomas. So it seems as though the Corktown Hawks will go on to play in Chicago this week and on Saturday night in the Midwest Final.
Make sure you stick around here at the conclusion of this game. We'll try to get some interviews with Coach Skip Mukhtar, potentially one or two players at the conclusion of this one.
See if Olivia Thomas is available maybe for an interview.
May or may not be a player of the game.
She's had a decent game today.
There's Lipsy. Blocked.
Lipsy as well with 2 goals tonight. Having herself a match worthy of a player of the game nomination. In stoppage time now, can't be too much. I'm going to guess maybe 2-3 minutes, but can't see any more than that.
No question about that is race. Now Reimer went over onto this for the Nationals. She'll knock it back to Pattinson. As we are in stoppage time right now. Crom will play this to Lauren Turner. You know, it's the first year in existence for the Nationals. What the Nationals have been able to do in that first year in a league in which Corktown won it last year, had some newcomers on the west side of the state as well. You know, nothing to hang their heads at in regards to this game. They have a bright future both on the men's and women's side in the Pro-Am. And, you know, really excited to be a part of this as the voice of the Nationals, Steve, me and you, and having Rick here tonight be a part of this and watching these young ladies compete against a really good squad from Corktown. As this ball put over for Curtis.
What a great pass.
But a great ball, and just can't get enough behind that one, keeping it low as it goes out for a goal kick. But just, you know, and what Robert Brinkman has been able to do, you know, Mami Yamaguchi got, you know, that hit and run last Monday. She's, you know, she had surgery and she's recovering from that. Stepping in and being able to manage these last couple of games in her absence. Well-organized team. Competed here against the Corktown Hawks. So you got to tip your hat to Robert Brinkman.
Yeah, and I think the valuable experience that these ladies have gotten throughout the season, competing at a high level. It's not like Corktown ran away with this league. They didn't run away with this game. In a lot of sense, the Nationals fought hard, played a very competitive game, and it's a lot for these girls to take in and take forward and moving on with their careers, whether it be back into school or continuing playing at this level, and a lot to take from it. They fought well. It's something to build on, and it's that foundation. You got to start somewhere, and it's a good foundation, a good start to this program and to develop this program moving forward.
And that is the final whistle here. Your 2022 Great Lakes Division champions go to the Corktown Hawks AFC with a final score of 4-1. This game, it ended, and obviously, you know, Steve, we predicted that, you know, the Nationals would come out here not with the win, with the Corktown coming away with a win. But looking at this game for what it was, you know, the Nationals did a really good job throughout most of this game. It comes down to really 4 moments, you know, where just defensive miscues or mishaps, some mistakes. And then obviously on the flip side of that, just not capitalizing on the opportunities that they created.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, we talked in the open. That's what Corktown does best. They capitalize on their opportunities in the attacking third, and they make you pay. And they generate a lot of opportunities, and so when they do capitalize, you're going to have to score some goals to beat them, and they're good defensively. But it was a good fight from the Nationals. They showed good composure. They showed good structure all throughout the game. Just wasn't enough to get it done and over the line tonight. But it's something to build on. Coach Rob Brinkman and his staff should be, you know, happy and proud of the way they performed this season. But all the credit to Coach Skip Mukhtar and his staff and the girls over at Corktown.
No question about that. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come back here with player interviews on the winning team here, the Corktown Hawks, your 2022 UWS Great Lakes champions. You've been watching live soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network. The Michigan Soccer Network covers all levels of soccer from youth, high school, college, and professional throughout the state of Michigan.
Blatches a shot low, and he makes the goal. What a shot there, low, near post, under the arms of best.
Our mission here at the Michigan Soccer Network is to bring your event to life. Full commentary, multi-camera options are available, and we are here to make the game of soccer in Michigan that much better.
Good ball off his chest. Down, save again by Heish. What a he still has it, top of the 18. Shot coming, and it's a goal.
How they have it is a cross
in. Hodgson gets a touch, gets the first goal. He makes up for it from the first one in the first half. That offside's call, and there's the first goal in club history.
To learn more, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com today.
Their first ball. Their first uniform. Their first number. Their first teammate. Their first goal. Their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at KickstartToddlerSoccer.com.
Move by Wen. Puck to 6, wide open net for cross check. Espinosa gets a head on it, let go in, and it does. Shot, that goes off the post and in. Oh, let's look at this. Look at this. That's a puts him past Cervantes. That's a cool week. Wow.
Granite City Food and Brewery has two Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcsb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Velasquez. Shot. That goes off the post and in. Oh, good move by Wen. Puck to 6. Wide open net for Fox. Check. And that's goal number 2. Oh, my God. Let's put it cross. Steinwatch. Saved by Fowley.
We like to do it before we go out on the weekend.
We do.
We do it every week. Whether we need to or not.
We did it today.
It was really dirty. My parents do it every day.
Hey, kiddo.
Do it every day with the Unlimited Club only at Jack's Car Wash. Protect your car from the hot summer sun, dust, dirt, and contaminants all summer long with the Jack's Unlimited Club.
Join today, starting at just $24.99 a month.
Time now. And here we are, doing it for the first time here tonight on June 6th.
Every generation knows where to go when their car gets dirty. And every generation understands the timeless family tradition of Jack's Car Wash. Families know that a clean car by Jack's just rides better.
Welcome back here into Swinehart Field, where the final in this UWS matchup, the Great Lakes Division Final, ended with a 4-1 win in favor of the CORKTOWN Hawks. They're used to winning, especially against the Nationals and the Rebels. And we talked about this in the pregame, how important it was for the CORKTOWN Hawks to come out and do what they do best, which is defend and keep the other team off the board. They were successful at that once again tonight. That late goal from Sierra Curtis, But aside from that, they've only allowed a total of 6 goals this entire season, and the goals that have come so far have really come against the Nationals. So it's been it was a good matchup, and we're going to welcome Skip Mukhtar here in a second, the head coach of the winning CORKTOWN Hawks, and what this means to the program, and where they go here from here next with this next game.
Yeah, and it was an overall great performance, start to finish. Weathered the storm. They knew there were going to be chances from the Nationals all throughout the evening, and they were going to have to be tight defensively, and chances were created, but the goalkeeper in the back line came up huge and preserved the win.
That they did is we're going to welcome in Skip now here. So Skip, man, first off, what does this victory mean to CORKTOWN Hawks?
It's a big win for us. It means that we're going to Chicago this Saturday to play the Chicago Mustangs. And it's a good win. I want to thank our coaching staff all together. Jeff Shook, Michelle, Doug, the Michigan Hawks organization, CORKTOWN. We've done a really good job just organizing players, getting them into these games.
And, talk about this game. We're going to have an interview here in a moment with Lexi Lipsy, who scored 2 goals here tonight for you guys. But, first off, last night she played the game out in Flint, and she comes back out here tonight and plays 90 minutes.
Yes.
Talk about her.
We had 4 girls today that played in Flint last night and then played 90 minutes today. We had a total of 7 girls that played last night and played today also. Lexi Lipsy and Olivia Thomas gave the Nationals a lot of trouble up top.
That they did. And you're going to go out here and play on Saturday out in Chicago. You said you know who you're playing in, Chicago Nation?
They're winning 2-0 right now in the 70th minute. So
okay.
Chicago Mustangs.
Okay, and we talked about this. You've already had 3 games this week, so your players have had 3 games this week. And now you're looking at now you have this 4th one coming up on Saturday. How are you going to be able to recover in time for that game?
Just with our player pool, we have 56 players on our CORKTOWN player pool. And we also have a game the same day with our Flint City team. So we'll be playing a lot of players that day in this game.
Player management, roster management at its finest. Skip, an overall great performance, a season that was marked by great defensive work all throughout the whole regular season, capped off with this win here tonight. Just talk about what this means as far as CORKTOWN's consistency in being champions in the leagues that they play in.
We do a really good job just organizing players. Our owners, our coaches do a really good job just organizing players, putting us in good places where our players are successful. But really, it's all about the players. The players do everything. They dictate this club.
For sure.
Well, speaking of players, let's welcome in Lexi Lipsy here. You had 2 goals here tonight. Let's talk about that. That first goal, a really important one, coming in the 35th minute. Let's talk about that one for a second.
Yeah, really, that was just a tap-in. So that was really on my teammate to work hard and get in the box.
No question.
Yeah, Lexi, talk about you and Olivia up top today. Very active, showing that pace and technical ability from minute 1 through minute 90. Talk about your connection with her and how well you guys play off each other.
Yeah, it's actually probably only our 2nd week playing together, but she's a great player, so she's really fun to play off of. A lot of speed, and it's fun to be able to connect and be able to score with her.
Yeah, it was very evident tonight as you were very active in a lot of the attacks throughout the game. Talk about what you guys talked about at halftime and having that 1-0 lead. What were you guys trying to do coming out into that second half?
Yeah, we talked about staying strong defensively and just staying honest, finishing out the game and trying to stay ahead, keep putting balls in the back of the net.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for joining us and being a part of this, and congratulations on your guys' final win here to this championship game here in the Great Lakes Division Final.
Thank you. I'm really excited.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So don't go anywhere. We're going to come right back here. We'll finish off and wrap up this game. You've been watching UWS Women's Soccer, the Great Lakes Final. Final score here, 4-1 in favor of CORKTOWN Hawks. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. The Michigan Soccer Network covers all levels of soccer from youth, high school, college, and professional throughout the state of Michigan.
Blatch has a shot low, and he makes the goal. What a shot there, low, near post, under the arms of Bessis.
Our mission here at the Michigan Soccer Network is to bring your event to life. full commentary. Multi-camera options are available, and we are here to make the game of soccer in Michigan that much better. Good ball off his chest. Down, save again by Heish. What a he still has it. Top of the 18. Shot coming, and it's a goal. How they have it is across comes in. Hodgson gets a touch, gets the first goal. He makes up for it from the first one in the first half. That offside's called, and there's the first goal in club history. To learn more, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Well, that was a conclusion that we talked about in the pregame as we were predicting the outcome of what this game could be, and the Corktown Hawks did what they do best, which defend well, score goals, and the Nationals on the flip side, they also have scored goals and defended well, and for the first 45 minutes they were for the first 35 minutes they were able to keep them off the board. That rebound goal from Koji, and then Lipsy put it away and found the back of the net. And going into halftime 1-0, we talked about what kind of changes they could make, and ultimately a few changes happened at halftime. But then 3 goals for Corktown in the second half, 1 for the Nationals, and that's where things finished.
Yeah, and I think the talent prevailed at the end, and not obviously the Nationals have a lot of talented players, but the consistency of what Corktown puts out there and the talented players that they have, and like Skip said, their talent pool, 50 some odd girls that they can pick from and they train with, and so that really develops a high level and demands that the best players that that are available will play, and providing that high level of training environment just breeds high level and success. And so I think that was the story tonight. Corktown just proved why they've been atop.
Yeah, and it's not a knock on the Nationals. I mean, we've talked about this quite a bit. Is the Nationals came out here today with a really good game plan. They were well organized, and even though we predicted that they would not come out of this one on top, it was because again that we looking at the weapons that the Corktown Hawks have, the depth that Skip talked about, how they have a pool of 56 players. All of those things are factors in a team's success, not necessarily in the short term, but the long term. And being that they now have another game coming up on Saturday, they have 2. He mentioned. They have their road ahead of them, a tough one, against a Chicago team that has scored almost 60 goals this season.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm sure Skip and his staff will have the girls prepared, or the girls that he takes prepared, right? And that's the luxury of having that is, he talked about girls that played last night, and hopefully they're going to rest up. But, they have a solid squad, and they have the potential to go far because they have a lot of talented players. And with that kind of coaching staff, the sky's the limit for that club.
Rick, looking at this game and what we talk about as predictions and looking at this as a whole, what were your overall thoughts of this match?
I thought the quality of play was excellent. I thought both teams did a really good job of creating an identity inside the game. And I think in the second half, one of the things as coaches you look at to see who's going to be the difference maker, where are they going to be a difference, and then how will they make that difference. And I think Olivia Thomas did a great job of getting out on the right-hand side here right in front of us, breaking down the right back for the Nationals, and then she kind of made way for another player, and it was really unsettling for the back line. And I think it was, she was just really the difference. And she started to get hot, then she changed her location, scored a couple of goals, and she was really the difference in the match for me.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And Rick, I want to say thank you for joining us here tonight with Steve. And you guys did a fantastic job, made my life a little easier tonight, which is always good. Aside from the 99 goals that were scored there in about a 5-second time period on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I heard the
scorekeeper. He got fired.
The guy in the
we fired him.
Scorekeeper had a really hard time.
Rough night.
Thanks for inviting me into the duo that you guys have created, and I really enjoyed myself tonight.
Anytime.
Well, yeah, no question about it. And we have a good lineup of games coming up here this weekend. Tomorrow night, we're back out at Livonia City as they take on Lansing Common. Rick will be with me tomorrow for that one at Medina University. Kickoff at 6:30 p.m. And then on Sunday, we're back out at Jaguars of Walled Lake Central as they take on in the Midwest Premier League. So a big weekend of games here coming up. So 2 more. I want to say thank you to Sam Fisher and Tanner Hodgson and my daughter Brianna on camera tonight. The broadcast team, you guys do a phenomenal job We are the best in the business. And I want to, again, thank you, my broadcast partner, Rick Larson and Steve Bask. My name's Jonathan Turner. Have a great rest of your Thursday evening and a great weekend. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night on your phones, listening devices, tablets, whatever the case might be. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the bell. That way we're notified every time we go live or add new content. And from here in Swinehart Field, we sign off. And to all, have a good soccer.
Good night, everybody.